So a question I get asked a lot is about bonuses. And I understand it's different if someone's in the US, the Philippines, part-time, full-time, project-based. How did you create your bonus structure? And if there's an agency listening out there, how would you recommend that they structure theirs?
So we have like I sort of call it like a hybrid bonus structure. So here's what I mean by that. So I get a lot of referral business, and my team, I've sort of indoctrinated them to my process of like networking with people, constantly networking, whether it's events locally, online events, groups, things of that nature. Because there's always some sort of thread on Facebook or Instagram where someone says, who do you know can run ads? For example, today I was already tagged in 4 different threads pertaining to running Facebook ads, right? It's constant. Now, one of the things that I sort of taught my team was, I don't want you to go out there and be like, David's the best, David's the best. I don't need that. I don't want you to do that. It looks like scamming and spamming people. I don't want that, right? I want you to create natural conversations with people who are obviously wanting to learn ads, talk about ads. Maybe there's some value you can bring to the table for them. And if they ask you like, hey, how can I work with you on running some ads? Bring them to me. We'll get the deal done. And they actually get a large piece of that deal,
Nice.
right? So for example, we actually give about 25% of the management fee per month to the person who brings in that client. So let's say brings in a person who ends up signing a $3,000 a month deal, right? We'll give them 25% of that management fee, the $3,000 a month, until that client cancels, right? Most of our clients end up staying for, on the low end, 6 months. We've had clients who've been with us for as long as 7 years now, right? So imagine you bring someone in, even if you're not working for me anymore, I still pay you out of integrity, right? So we established like a really good referral system there. Another thing is a lot of our higher end clients, the ones that spend over 50K a month, we have these packages where it's like a base fee plus a commission. Either it's a commission of the back end sales, maybe it's like profits from a certain promotion, a launch, percentage of spend, right? There's all sorts of different hybrids that we have for bigger accounts. And outside of the referral part, because I close many of those deals by myself, I'll say, okay, we obviously want to spend correctly for this client. We want to optimize things the right way. So if we end up not only getting towards $75,000 a month in ad budget, but then they decide to extend our contract, give us a higher management fee, or they adjust our percentage and give us a higher management fee on that deal, I'll give a percentage of that to the entire team, right? So let's say all of a sudden we get a $10,000 a month deal, management wise, typically our base is 5 on that side. We'll take the extra 5 and we'll give 50% of that to the team, divided up monthly, so long as we're still hitting that number. So you can imagine that some of my people, once again, only working 25 hours a week sometimes, making as much as some people who are working 40 hours a week, right? And more than some people at the senior level. We're talking my junior people are sometimes making more than people on the senior level, right? So I compensate for a lot of the extra stuff they do because I want them to be happy. The more happy they are, the more loyal they become. They don't leave. They understand that I give them a lot of creative freedom. I give them a lot of freedom with their schedule because at the end of the day, I don't want them to be like, oh, we're just doing everything and we want, David to do nothing. Like I'm still involved in the process. I want them to feel like they're a part of a family. They're a part of the entire growth process. They see how when my company grows, they grow too. And at the same time, we're impacting our clients because when I go into these calls with my clients, I don't say, how much more money do you want to make? I oftentimes will ask them like, what's the thing that you've been dreaming about that we want to help you achieve? For example, a coach might say, I want to buy a new house. Cool. What's the number we have to achieve so you can get that house? And when we help you get that house, how do we compensate my team for, maybe this person wants to go on a cruise or this one wants to buy a new MacBook, right? Like how do we create a giant compensation for everybody? And so some of our deals are just like everyone's benefiting from it simultaneously. And that's how we come up with our compensation plans. It's very unique and customized based on circumstances. Sure. So I started my business, which now is called Convert ROI. Back then, it really was just, working with David Schloss, right? I was a freelancer. I was doing like paid blog posts and writing articles for people where, just any subject they wanted to know about in the marketing advertising space.